Click, click, boom, and we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BMX Talk with Montana Ricky, Jersey Drew.
I still have a plan. I have a secret plan for this one. I'm just waiting for the text message.
Okay.
If my secret plan works, we might be getting in my car and going for a drive, and then we'll see how shitty the internet will be, but I'm still going to do it.
Okay.
It's getting worse than Target's brought by.
Yeah. Well, to start this one off, I kind of wanted to say something because I thought it was pretty cool. Literally, okay. I don't know if either of you saw the live stream I did earlier or anything from it.
Live stream.
Did you see anything? Any all of it? Any all of it? I can't talk. Okay, so basically what's going on.
I'm with my woman.
Well, there's this park near me, like a half hour away, and they're building like a huge track. Like they're building a dual slalom course, 2 pump tracks, and a rhythm section. And it's all spawned from this one dude who had a pump track in his yard. And last night I was thinking about like, how can I help him? And I'm like, well, I can't go dig. Can't do anything like that. So I'm like, I could make a video. So I messaged him and got a response at 6 a.m. saying, can you come out this morning? And I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it. Then I woke up and this is what part I wanted to get to. Woke up and I was like, all right, I'm going right now. And it was that whole BMX spontaneity of, all right, we're doing it right now. And then we left and it was sick. And I just wanted to talk about how BMX and being like having no plan to having a whole plan in 5 minutes happens all the time.
100%. That does.
Yeah. It's kind of like going street riding.
With me.
No,
and fighting about spots, and then when we finally get to one,
Yeah.
right, the day just rolled out.
Okay.
Yeah, that usually.
But it was really cool, and I'm gonna have a video from it tomorrow. That's gonna be awesome. Ricky, do you have the chat up?
No, why?
I was just gonna make sure you paused the stream because you are looking potato right now.
Am I still looking potato?
It's just pixelated. Dan Milinkovic told me to ask you if you've heard of the KHE collapse chain.
I haven't heard of the chain, but I know KHE, and I know KHE loves to make crazy things. What is the chain? What's the concept of the chain?
Yeah, I've never even heard of it.
And then I also want to say the mold for buying a chain is so fucking expensive. That's why nobody else makes a chain.
100 G's expensive. 100 G's. He's not allowed to say it, but I'll say it.
If I win the lottery, I'm going to buy every mold I can just so I have the monopoly on BMX chains.
You want it? Pay me to put your logo on the side of it.
Yeah. Residual revenue.
Yeah. Oh, that's
fucking
funny.
Itchy.
He's going to give me an Instagram DM of that chain.
Who's all on there? Who's on? How many people we got?
Chris Gold,
5?
Johnny Trash, Maverick BMX, the gamer couple, Kay, and Dan. We got 5 people so far.
No dead crow this time?
Not yet. We're not we're not midweek drinking right now.
So
it's Sunday night.
Here's what I've noticed. I've noticed. I went on Instagram and looked. I don't see Tem Wed anymore. I haven't seen their Instagram. So what I'm thinking is maybe somebody turned them in and they lost their Instagram, but I can't find it.
It's right here.
Did you find it?
Yeah, it's right here.
Up more.
Up.
Oh, it's right there.
They must have blocked me.
I don't know why they do that.
Me either.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it. I found their sticker thing, so they must have blocked me.
Weird. What's going on tonight, boys?
Cool.
Did you guys ride?
I did.
Nice.
Drew did.
Got a bunch of clips. Found a new DIY spot out by me.
And Drew found a dead body.
What?
We got to be careful. Yeah, I don't know how much I can actually say about it, considering now it's actually an active crime scene, and I'm getting a call from a detective soon.
Whoa.
A friend
Okay,
of mine,
figuratively, he's found a dead body.
yeah, my friend, we were out street riding. We were out street riding, and then all of a sudden we went to this one spot. It was like a slanted, like it was like a curve, and then probably about a 1.5 foot tall, 2 foot gap, and then a slant wall to a power box. But the top of it's cool because like you can like over ice it if you dig it out a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
But anyway, we were sitting there riding it, and the next thing you know, like when we first got there, we saw a truck on the far side of the parking lot, but it was
Yeah.
the only truck, and it wasn't even parked right, and it looked like someone was like doing like a driveway repair from afar. That's what it looked like. So we were like, all right, the windows are open, everything's on the floor. Like, all right, the guy must have went to AutoZone or something. He forgot to park. He's gonna come back. But the whole time we were there for probably about like 25, 30 minutes. Nothing moved. No one came back. So we kind of got curious. So my friend and I started riding over to it. And as we got closer, we saw like an empty bottle of Jack on the floor. What we thought was tools and other shit was actually like little airplane bottles, big bottle of cognac. Then I saw in the passenger seat in the truck was a giant cardboard Jack Daniels box. Like the motherfucker went to a supply liquor outlet or something. I didn't even realize the dude was in the car at first. I circled around the back of the truck. I was like, okay, there's a toolbox in the back corner, and there's some liquor stuff around. Like, so I started riding back. My friend already started riding back to his truck, and I came up along the driver's side, and I looked in, and the guy was slumped, like completely slumped. It looked like his eye was like peeking out. Like, you know when you're sleeping and you kind of like peek for your friends not to fuck with you? You're like,
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I was like that. So I stopped and I looked at him and I was like, holy shit. Like, he looks like someone that was like on heroin or something. Like, he just looked wrong. I don't want to say a certain thing because, you know, guy passed away. I don't know what, and I don't want to slander the guy.
Yeah.
But, so I was like, all right, this guy, I'm not going to try to touch him. I'm not going to try to, you know, because if you pick somebody up that is like that, they have the chance of attacking you. And,
Hold on, you're lagging.
So,
Go back to you didn't want to touch him. It lagged out.
Yeah, I didn't want to touch him because, God forbid, you know, I mean, now that we found out that he is dead, I didn't want my fingerprints on him in case, you know, getting the wrong idea.
Right.
Because I would have checked right here.
Right.
I didn't want to look like I touched the guy and killed him.
Right.
So I called the cop. They took my information. My friend and I had left, so I called them. They sent officers over while we went to another spot and whatnot, and then they called me back as we were going to go to this new DIY spot that we heard about. And they were like, yeah, can you return to the crime scene? And I'm like, yeah, of course. So we went over there and talked to the cops, and we're like, excuse me, like, you know, it's like, I know, like, you know, this is obviously a fucked situation, excuse my language, but they're like, they told us that the dispatcher that called me back was like, oh, the ambulance and the police are on scene. We need you back there. So I didn't see an ambulance. And I'm like, is the guy okay? Did they already take him to the hospital? And the next thing you know, they're like, no, he's still in the truck. He's dead. I'm like, oh my God. Like, and I'm like, I was just trying to do the right thing. Like, they were like, no, you did the perfect thing, because if you would have left him dead here in the parking lot and then the people came back for work tomorrow, it would have been a bigger ordeal. We would have had to shut down the business. We had to question everybody. So, like, don't worry, you're good. You're going to get called by the detective. So, you know, it's no big problem. I'm just going to have to do some kind of statement or something. But, yeah, that was my day. Riding
Wow.
break and clips, finding a dead body.
That's insane.
And then fucking the spot up. We could have been riding bikes in that spot. You had to go find a fucking dead body.
They actually the other thing that's there. They had, like, a loading dock.
Yeah, that thing sucks. The Oversmith. If you brought Brant Moore there, Brant Moore would be having a boner because it's like a mini spine.
What do you mean spine? Spines are two things.
Yes, it's like a spine. If you do over ice or over toothpick, it works perfect. It's not a bank. It's got a.
There is no over.
Are you sure it doesn't have a hoo-hoo? Oh.
No.
Dude, that's a crazy story. In the first 10 minutes of streaming, we were talking about how you found.
Yeah, dude.
job.
Think how I feel.
Yeah.
Good
Dude.
job. And then fucking 10Wid42 blocked me. What is this shit?
We're talking about someone.
BMX News Sunday. Team Wed blocks Montana Breaking.
Yeah, but nobody. We don't know the dude, so
It's
he's
all right.
he's
He'll
dead. We're moving
probably,
on.
He probably has another account that he's secretly following you amongst your 50,000 people fuckers, and they'll get their content that way.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm Team Wed.
I wish you were 10Wid. It would be way better.
If I was Team Wed, that would be a bigger turnaround than Rodeo Peanut. Like everyone's mind would be like, that fat bastard.
That's funny. Dude, that's so wow.
Yeah, I mean, I condolence. If God forbid this video ever got around to his family or whatever, condolences. I'm sorry.
Right.
I've never found a dead body to ride.
I've never even seen a dead body.
Oh, you haven't? I've seen a few, but
You're
yeah,
about to. It keeps pissing me off.
I never
Yeah.
been to a spot and found one. That's pretty fucking crazy. So you rode trails this weekend, right?
I rode 2 different places today, and I rode skate park and trails on Friday.
Damn, you had a good weekend.
That's awesome, man.
Not too bad.
And then I saw your stories was slammed up with fucking emo haircut music.
Yeah,
all
Victoria's
weekend.
phone broke and got filled up, so she had to use mine for Instagram stories. So I was just posting them when she was doing it.
Oh, that's awesome. Good cover. Good cover.
My girl has a crush on your girl, by the way. No disrespect.
That's hilarious.
She texted me. She's like, "Yo, Brand's girlfriend's gorgeous." I'm like, babe, can you just leave my BMX friends alone?
Oh my god,
You can
that's
hang out with them
hilarious.
when you're with me. Don't go after their girlfriends. It might make it weird if we ride.
Oh my god, that's funny.
How many people we got in there? 4?
We got 12 in here, and Maverick BMX just sent in a $1.99 super chat.
Oh, he did a super chat for the internet. Is it going to the internet?
Yeah, the Wi-Fi fund. Right now, it's not
We
doing
made
too
$2
well.
so far.
It's not
Right
doing
here,
too well at the
Brent.
moment.
Look at this, Brent.
There's
Right there.
$2.
That's what we made so far. So we'll throw it over there.
Sweet, I got my money back for Chinese.
Get your hands off that, Drew. Don't touch.
Ricky
don't touch.
needs some internet.
No touchy touch.
Someone said, "What's up, Brant? I'm at some awkward dinner with my girl and everybody at her work. Save me."
Get up and pull a Cartman. Just get up, spread your cheeks, and shit on their desk. Shit on the table and be like, "Yeah, shit on the table, dog."
What
What?
episode was that?
What episode was that?
That was the episode when Wendy was supposed to kick the shit out of Cartman because
Oh,
making fun of feminists or something.
that was a funny one.
I should only did. That was just to get detention, to get not kicked.
Super chats
I
rob you
love
blind.
that you start these. Huh?
So somebody knows that you only get like half of the super chat through YouTube.
Because they're cheap.
Nah. Look, we don't have Patreon yet.
I have Patreon.
You just make.
I just don't talk about it.
How does
Ricky,
that work?
I don't know. I just signed up for it and it works. Your potato internet sucks.
Why? What's happening now?
You froze. You're gonna have to go to the
Am
kitchen.
I still froze?
You're like in and
I'll
out.
go to the kitchen.
I'm gonna see if my hotspot thing works because supposedly I have.
Oh wait, we're gonna steal internet from Drew.
Oh, okay. Someone said PayPal and Patreon is the way to go. I have a Patreon account. I just don't know how it works. Chris Gold, $2 to the Taco Bell fund.
What happened?
Chris Gold said $2 to the Taco Bell fund.
Hell yeah.
For whatever reason, it works way better in your kitchen.
That's because the internet box is right below me.
Oh, why don't you move that thing to your room?
Because I'm playing World of Warcraft, son. That's what's important.
You're not playing in your kitchen. You're playing in the
I have two internet things. I steal their internet, or they steal their Wi-Fi, and then I have internet, so it's 100% on my World of Warcraft.
Turn off your World of Warcraft.
World
No,
of
it doesn't have
Warcraft.
Wi-Fi streaming.
My hotspot thing doesn't work.
Okay.
Mine does, but that
I
doesn't
tried.
help you.
Taking out the trash, boys. I gotta show you guys this because this is ridiculous for Ricky. Like, look how many he doesn't even wear this many hats, but look how many hats he has.
Which one's your favorite one, Drew?
I don't even want to touch them. Like, there's so many of them, and most of them are kind of ugly. Like, I like plain black. I'm simple, man. Like, shit.
Hey, what are you gonna do? Those are all the hats Ricky got for free from all those companies.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? That don't make them good.
No, it doesn't. Here's my favorite hat.
I like Scully's, man.
Can you read it?
Shit. Hell yeah.
I like that
Is that
one.
a flex fit?
No. It's like a trucker
Oh,
hat.
it's a snapback.
Yeah, I like trucker hats.
If that was a flex, man, I ever came out to see you, I'd be like, my boy, I'll pay you. Rick.
Yeah, Etard. Patreon is the way to go. I just don't advertise mine. Yeah, what is he doing?
Why were you showing them all my hats?
Because you have like 50.
Here, hold on. You were supposed to show them all my Walmart shoes. Look at all my Walmart shoes.
Yeah, you're funny.
Yeah, didn't you buy a drink?
Yeah, I drank that.
You fucking prick. Now you gonna drink my shit? I don't have water.
Listen to what we're dealing with. This is a roller coaster tonight.
If he came over my house, I'd give him anything he wants. But now
Nobody's going to his house.
You guys are gonna fight right now. Last time it was a crazy gap. This time,
one time, when we were riding a street spot, I speared him to the ground.
are they married?
He would not be so lucky.
Nah, just when you get around a person, you've been around a person long enough, you just start bitching and complaining with them.
Oh,
That's
trust
how I am.
me, I
And
know.
also, can you imagine being my friend and being around me a lot? I'm fucking irritating. I'll be the first person to admit it.
It's okay.
But at least you know I won't lie to you, and I
Right.
never fib. So if you want somebody to tell you the truth,
Isn't fibbing the same as
you're
lying?
getting the fucking. Yeah, there's lying and then there's fibbing. There's like, when your mom like, oh, you're so cute, because she has to say you're cute. It's kind of like a fib. When realistically she's like, God, you're fucking ugly.
So
But she can't say it.
that's the same as like a lie and then a white lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not getting racist. You're the one saying white lie.
Yeah, I hate white people. I do
Jesus.
actually.
Let me get my dunce hat.
Can you be racist if you hate everyone?
Nope, because that's how I live my life. I hate everyone equally.
Yeah.
So I went out and rode, and we did some filming for the video that we're working on.
Uh-huh.
And living in Jersey sucks when it comes to filming because every single pro has done every single thing you can think of on every single spot.
That's why you gotta be weird like you.
So, yeah, but usually when you're really super weird and you try to put it into a video part, it doesn't hardly make sense. There's like two people that can get away with it, and those two people.
Eric Elser. Not Eric Elser.
Tate and Eric.
No, Eric. No,
And Brant Moore.
Tate can get away with it in a video, and you'll like it. And Eric Elstrand goes big. He doesn't really get weird when he does his. I guess it's just Tate can get away with it because when you watch Mike Mistroni,
That's what
try
I
to
was
go
gonna
weird,
say.
you get turned off by it. But he went to Home Depot and he bought handrails and painted them and made them. He
Right.
made his spots. Like I have nothing. There's nothing wrong with it. That's cool.
No,
He's
it's
doing
just
it
a
in
skate park.
artistic way. Yeah, it's just a skate park in a street spot.
Yeah,
But I'm saying like
nothing
people
wrong
that
with
are really, really weird. People that are super weird. It's hard for someone to make a part like them. Like
Yeah.
Tate's probably the only one who can get away with doing really weird shit. So whenever I go out to film, I always end up doing stuff where I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm happy with this. And then by the time the finished product comes out, I have like 6 things where I'm like, oh shit, that was cool, and the rest of it I feel like it's filler.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody's their own worst critic,
That's true.
you know. And then I've been riding with guys that are like 15 years younger than me, and their energy and balls is very embarrassing for myself. Like I go to a spot and I'm like, oh yeah, you should do this, and then the person's like, oh, that ain't big enough. So then they go and do something 3 times the amount that's bigger, tries it like 9 times, almost wrecks like 3 times, and then finally lands it. I'll tell you this, if I'm going to do something big, I want to do it once, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't have the energy to hook myself down a 20 stair
Yeah.
more than once, you know? So it's really crazy that when you get, I always talk like I'm super old, but I'm fucking 36, man. I'll be very honest with you. I don't fall and get right back up.
You got like 15 years, bro.
Huh?
You got like 15 years till you're at the age of the oldest guys now.
Yeah. And those 15-year-old guys right now are only riding fucking ramps at his... Yes, the guy that you're talking about is Rick Monturno, and Rick Monturno's sitting on a fucking ramp because he doesn't have arms to bunny hop anymore. Dennis McCoy. When's the last time you saw Dennis McCoy go out and do a handrail on the street?
When's the last time you saw anyone that was 50 do a 900?
Yes, I get it, but it's a fucking ramp. He's
Yeah.
using the momentum from a ramp to do it. I'm saying he's not out riding street.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to argue and fight about it? I'm telling you.
Somebody
Not riding
said...
street.
Somebody... What?
Don't argue with Ricky. It's just an uphill battle.
No, I'll argue with him all day long. It's entertaining. But somebody said, watch this every week and have still yet to see Ricky's forehead.
I don't know how to sit.
You can say however you want to. It doesn't matter. It's just they're roasting you. And then Dan said that I can get weird on a quarter pipe. It's not the same, though.
What, getting weird on a quarter pipe?
Yeah, he said Brant can get weird on that quarter. And it's not the same as like what Tate does.
No, not at all. Tate's, I saw some clips. He sent me some clips before that video came out, the last one that he did.
Yep.
And he only sent them to me because I was playing with a tire. And
Yeah.
He was like, oh, you should see the idea I have with the tire. And when he sent that to me, I'm like, Jesus Christ, how many tries did that take? And he's like, 100.
That's
and
it,
it's
though?
like, huh?
That's not that many for stuff like that.
Yeah, but what's so sad, and I totally get it, is Drew does my Instagram filming, so Drew can understand it, but it's nothing compared to when Scotty HD does my filming, and I'm trying to do an actual trick where I'm sitting there. Check out the spider making a web right now. Yeah, that's crazy. And it's like 200, you know, I try something like for fucking at least 2 hours, which sucks ass.
Well, I mean,
You know, and that's another...
I'm the same way. Everything I do, tech-wise, takes forever.
I was just saying this earlier. I don't really give a shit what anyone thinks. I wish BMX didn't get so perfect. I hate that everything has to be perfect. That kind of ruins everything. Like, you can't enjoy yourself. And everybody falls victim to it. They'll go out and film something on Insta, and then they'll be like, oh, I don't know if I like this. Let me do it again. And it's just like, I feel like 1992 was the best.
You can get away with the sketchy riding.
You could do a fucking Indian out. You could fucking take a foot off. You could show a wreck and not have to go back and land the wreck. Like, there was more smiling at that time.
Yeah, well.
And I know it always goes back to that, oh, you're a bitter old fuck.
Not
oh,
really.
I've just been around long enough.
Back in my day.
Chocolate. I remember when they invented chocolate. That's Ricky right now. BMX. I remember when they invented that.
I first strings with 50-pound aluminum. And you had to walk 50 miles barefoot in the snow to get a tube.
Bill Nitschke tail-whipped a 50-pound bike. Bunny hop.
What was that dude that had that bike that was 52 pounds? That guy was really good on his bike.
You're talking about the guy that rode like FBM
with the FBM. Yeah, what the hell was his name?
Square tube frame.
You're talking about
The
Derek
guy that made
Nelson?
Yeah, Derek Nelson. Yeah.
He had the square frame, and then he had like the big spoke protector.
That
dude
made some good video parts.
Yeah, he was weird too.
Right.
It had to be with that friggin' heavy
bike. His weird was fucking awesome. Like his weird was like next level weird.
Yeah.
You know the weird that I have a hard time with is Tim Knoll. Like when Tim Knoll DMs me, and then I'm always like, "Hey man, let's do a project or something together," because we'll get into conversations. And he always says that he doesn't like to do anything. Now this isn't a shit talk, but it's very it ekes me at times. He's like, I only want to do things if I can make something monetary off of it. And I always just feel like, I'm like, dude, you could offer so much more. You don't have to go out and have, this Red Bull thing or whatever company is willing to pay you for this. Like, there's more to, like, look at Pat Fisher. Pat Fisher makes the dopest edits ever. And he isn't out trying to get paid for them and care about recognition or doing anything. Did you see Pat Fisher's last edit?
The In the Woods one?
He drove a truck. Yeah, when he drove out to Montana and talked about his town he's from and fucking killed it and made tree fucking grinds and shit, log grinds.
Yeah.
I like that. I wish Tim Knoll would do some more of that stuff and not be so... I don't even know how to fucking word it because it's upsetting when you get somebody that good and he doesn't want to...
The sad part is that it brings it back to our society. Nowadays, you have to make money, and even if you're good at something, and the Joker, Heath Ledger, back in Dark Knight Rises or Dark Knight, said it the best. If you're good at something, never do it for free.
Well, I think
that brings it back to your character as well.
Well, I think just Tim never lived in a world where he did videos just to do videos. Like the very first video he came out with went viral and he made money. So it was like he's never known what it's like to just make a video for the sake of making a video.
Yeah, but I mean, it's disturbing. And then that's why people are turned off by him because he doesn't want to do anything. Oh, only follow my YouTube because I don't make money on Instagram.
It's funny because I actually still get tagged on Facebook from friends from high school or like people that don't ride. And they'll always tag me and send it to me in Messenger or whatever.
Yeah.
Tim Knoll videos or like Terry Adams. They're like, yo, I don't see you doing this on a bike. And I'm like, it's a different style, jackass.
You know what the worst one to get tagged in Facebook is? That fucking stupid girl that rides a goddamn bike and does ballerina shit.
Oh, the Chinese woman?
No, the Chinese woman's cool. No, that fucking girl that thinks she's hot. And she's always showing her ass off.
Isn't she in a Nitro Circus?
I don't
do stuff for
care. I don't care.
I'm asking.
No, it's the girl that does the gymnastics shit, and she's always doing backwards manuals and weird things. I don't fucking know. It's just
single.
It's more sexual to me than it is BMX.
I don't even know who you're talking about. Someone.
Yes, you do. The girl that came to New York, that does the fixie thing, and they sit on there. And
I don't.
No hand
yeah, I don't know who that is.
Huh?
I still don't know who that is.
Facebook anyway.
Look on like Nitro Circus or something like that. I'm pretty sure she does stuff for Nitro Circus.
I just hate when they do that, when sexuality.
I don't remember what she looks like or who she is, but if that's the person he's talking about, I think she does stuff for Nitro Circus.
She did a thing with RD blocks.
Huh.
Well, I already don't like her. No, I'm kidding.
Somebody, Jeff Bednarek said, "Hey Ricky, I'm also filming something in Jersey. I found some spots. I know you're busy, but if I sent you pics, could you tell me what's been done, or I'll send you a clip and you can tell me if it's ABD."
Yeah, of course. DM me. I answer pretty much everybody's stuff unless you're Scott Powell or BMX Jam Jordan Garden, because BMX Garden sends me backwards shots all day long, and Scott Powell sends me hot tub and crazy flatland tricks and Changa. And I try to answer him, but he sends me 15 a day, so it's impossible.
That's funny. I've still yet to ever have a conversation with that guy, and I live in Ohio.
Scott Powell.
Yeah.
He's a very, 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 very good flatlander. But I think flatlanders are inside their head. You have to be a different type of person to be into flatland, because it's a very
patience.
Well, besides patience, it's an individual thing. It's not a, everybody kind of thing.
Yeah,
They're always just riding by themselves.
Right.
So they got a different type of mentality.
Feel it. What's up, Bubsification? That's their name.
How many people we have on?
We were up to 17, but now it's 14.
Dude, that's how bad the conversation is today.
I know, we're slacking.
We got to go get you to do another rail hop. That'll get the views up again.
Yeah.
Well, I did have something planned, but I'll wait till next week to do it. But if we don't get one of those other people to actually get on that say they want to, it's weird how time works. Like, each Sunday comes, and then I feel like, fuck, it's already Sunday again. And trying to get people planned out and stuff, it's just being an adult, and you have so much time that's taken by adult things.
Yeah.
Like, if it was 2 a.m, we would all be totally stoked for this, because we're not doing shit at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I can't sleep. It's 2 a.m. I wish I was doing something. But when it's 8 o'clock, you're like busy as shit.
Well, let's get into a BMX conversation. Ask some questions. Ask some questions in the chat, or bring up some stuff. Let's talk BMX.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Thank you, Bubs
Bubs
in the Tard Squad, stopping in to show some support. What'd you say, Drew?
Oh, no. Tony Hamlin went to my buddy Brandon's house because Brandon finally decided to pick up a bike and it was on IG.
Oh,
the guy,
cool.
Yeah. Kid's good. He should have been pro or at least gone somewhere with it. Like, he had the skill. But now he's actually going to be a Navy SEAL, and he's leaving December or something like that.
Nice.
But this kid really has the best skate park setup in his backyard. His parents let him have it.
Well, that's why he's so good.
It's because he lives in the boonies of New Jersey, like on the border of PA, and there's nothing to ride out there.
Gotcha. So someone said best street part of 2019 so far. This is gonna be a good argument.
2019, the best one?
Yep, best street part of 2019. What's it? I'd have to think about it for a second.
I'll give you one that I thought was really fucking good, and it's going to be not even close to anybody thinking that I would think this. That Dylan kid that rides for FBM, that last
Leaper?
edit he just put out. No, not Leaper. That Dylan.
Shout out to the Leaper brothers. You guys are the man.
That Dylan kid. That skinny kid that does can.
You're talking about, his name's not Dylan, it's Declan.
Is it Dylan?
Declan.
What is it?
Declan Murray.
He has no pegs, does all the pedal grinds and stuff.
Yes, that last edit he just had was
he's cool.
fucking
I like that guy.
crazy.
Yeah, it was good.
I love weirdness. If I can't guess your trick, let's just be honest. When you watch an edit, you pretty much can tell, like, oh, there comes a bunny hop manual bar or whip out.
Or
Ooh,
pegs
he's gonna do a no
hard
bar.
180 off the rail.
Yeah, like, you get the idea of what they're gonna do. The same thing, if you see me, oh, he's gonna end with a fucking full cab to half cab 50, whoop-de-doo. Everybody gets it. Like, that guy's riding was really refreshing. It's kind of like when you watch Kevin Porter. You couldn't guess how Kevin Porter was gonna ride. That's how what's his name again?
Declan
Murray.
Okay, Dylan Murray. Because I can't get anyone's name right.
That's why you're an old man.
You do what my grandmother does.
Yeah,
If
literally only
Oh,
old people do that.
Hey,
Yeah.
no, if I was an old man,
Mike.
if I was an old man, I wouldn't have picked that kid at all.
Whatever.
At all. If I was an old man, you weren't even thinking I was going to say that.
What'd
That
you
wasn't
think?
even on
Okay,
your radar.
hold on. What'd you think about Matt Ray doing the 180 bar fakie manual, fakie whip in on the Rat Boy spot?
I don't care.
Oh, the wedge spot. I rode that place. That place is amazing.
It's a skate park.
It literally looks like a skate park.
It is a skate park. That's why he did it. It's a skate park.
Yeah, but the wedge spot where he did it on wasn't
It's Matt
a skate
Ray,
park.
and all you had to do is spray paint Rye Skate Park or Rye Indoor Skate Park, and it's Matt Ray doing the same thing he does at every skate park.
Can I ask you guys, why does everyone hate the guy?
I don't
Because
know.
he was on 15 different other companies. He was on Fit, then he left Fit, then he went to Volume, left Volume, went back to Fit, left Fit. Then he gets in trouble, and then everyone gets mad at him. He gets one more chance. Now he's staying there. Plus, you can't ride with just gloves on. That's illegal. If you have a short shirt and it's summer and you have gloves on, that's illegal.
Welcome to the Salty Ricky Show.
Put some adobo on you, bring it back to life.
Oh, you want some salt?
I want some adobo.
I don't think I have salt in my kitchen.
Adobo.
I gotta
I
think
got
of
salt.
what.
Those are BMX kings, bro. Do it for-
What's my
do it for-
favorite-
Hold on.
Glove hater. Glove hater. I gotta
Like, how you
think.
gonna hate on gloves, especially in the heat of Arizona? You get sweaty palms.
Especially when you're doing tail whips and bar spins. Not tail whips, bar spins.
Right?
Tail whips with gloves don't matter. Bar spins.
No. Matt Ray's really good on a bike. I'm just saying that it's like,
What about Matt Copeland's video? Did you watch
That's
that?
the man.
yeah, I saw a couple clips where I've seen locals do the things that he's did on it, and I was like, that's pretty awesome that he's shining some light there, and I'm really proud of him because he's the only one representing Vegas, and Vegas doesn't get enough shine.
Copeland?
Doesn't he live in Florida?
Oh, did you say Copeland?
Not
I
Clausen,
was-
Copeland.
I was thinking Matt Clausen.
No,
I
Copeland.
didn't watch Matt Copeland.
Why
No, I
not?
didn't watch it. Because it's an old dude. Who wants to watch an old dude?
He's riding street. He's 40-something riding street, and you're the one whining about street. Old guys
I
don't
don't
ride
want to watch an
street.
old guy ride street.
Old guys don't ride street, but Matt Copeland freaking kills it.
I don't want to watch an old guy ride street because I expect that. I want to shit talk on younger guys so I have something to complain about.
You're gonna be so hypocritical because you ride street. You're like,
Oh,
everyone watch my
hold
Instagram.
on. Let me put my forehead in here because he can't see my forehead. So I'll lay on the ground.
Ricky, why are you so mad today?
I'm not
You
mad.
didn't get any of this, I guess. I don't know.
I got a lot of that.
So then why are you grumpy? I'd be the happiest man
How
in
am
the
I?
world.
What do you mean I'm grumpy? Because there's only 12 people on today.
It's all right.
16.
How many's on?
16.
Holy 16 balls.
Brett, how many views did your last two videos get?
Which
I looked
videos?
at kind of your numbers when I looked at the video that we did. You're like up to what, over 1,000 views?
No. The news videos at just over 400, and then the one I posted yesterday is just over 200 so far.
So how are you gonna get mad about 14 people?
Right.
There's 200 people watching this.
Well, that's collectively,
It
and
don't matter. They still watching.
and then I was sleeping and left it on replay, so I was probably. Why are you guys turning this on me?
Because you're being...
You were so salty about all that. Oh, like,
All right, I watched Matt Clausen's. I didn't watch Matt Copeland's.
That's
Sorry.
okay. The one with you guys from last time sitting at 200 right now.
That was a good one, man. I scared the shit out of myself for a second.
Yeah, you did. Matt Nordstrom, no kickflips. Okay, here's the thing about Matt Nordstrom's no kickflips video. I didn't like the joke. Because I figured if you're going to say no kickflips, don't do any kickflips. Like, they were hyping that video up like it was going to be no kickflips in the whole video. Even Odyssey was hyping that up like it's not going to be any kickflips. And then they drop it and it's just a normal video from him. There was nothing special about it. I'm like, why are you going to hype something and then not have anything that stands out other than his riding?
I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna make a Jersey Drew no bar spin edit.
There you go.
It's just gonna be me riding in the street doing circles and bunny hopping up curbs.
Ha! Maverick
That's how I do it.
BMX did a $4 super chat and said, "Be happy."
Yeah, Rick.
I didn't watch the kid from Colt, that Petrick, or what's his name? The kid from Colt that just had an edit come out
God dang it! I thought
for the Odyssey.
I know what you're talking about. I just gotta think of his name right off the. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Anthony Bell.
No.
I know. No. I know he had a lot
Preston.
of tire slides and he
Preston
did a fender
Oker.
roll on the roof or what.
Press no
Yeah, I didn't
on a roof.
watch it. Yes, he did a Vader.
Poor homie
Vader,
Rich.
like,
You're talking about poor homie Rich.
No, that kid Preston did it.
Okay.
He did the Vader slide, whatever Vader tire slide, not slide, but tire manual.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, got you.
Yeah, I didn't watch his edit because I was at work when it came out, and then I get to, like, time will go by, and then I'll forget, and I'll eventually watch it. But I really enjoy that kid's riding. I like the new.
Yeah.
I like the new manual style and then air really high kind of thing. I like that feeling.
He's so good too.
It's pretty good.
He's so freaking good. He did at Ray's. He went around. God, I don't even know how to explain it. But he didn't do the main curve wall ride, the like gnarly one. He did the other one to manual to 180 the spine.
Yeah, kids just got back wheel skills. It's really awesome. I don't know. I like that type of ride.
Yeah, he shreds.
I wish Larry Edgar just made an edit every week. I could watch Larry Edgar ride all fucking day long.
I bet that you'd get sick of
just
it
watch
after
cable.
2 weeks.
Who?
I bet you'd get sick of it if after 2 weeks of a video every day.
You think so?
Probably. People are probably sick of my riding after everyday videos.
Hell no, you do some cool ass shit on those quarters and then ice fix stalls. Like we were talking about people like we can't tell what they're gonna do on a quarter or anything in a video. I can't tell what the hell you're gonna do in an ice fix stall.
You know it's gonna be an ice pick stall though.
Yeah,
That's no.
That's like
Take it
saying
back.
me doing a double pack.
It
of people
doesn't
to
matter
bar.
that he's adding everything else. You know it's gonna be an ice pick stall.
I don't
Now
care.
if he
I'm
doesn't
intrigued
do an
about
ice
what
pick
he
stall,
does
then
during
it would
the
change us.
I can't even ice pick stall. So the fact that he could sit in that shit and just like read a book or send a text message or beat it if he wanted to, that's amazing.
Oh my god, that's how you go viral. oh Jesus!
I'm an ice baby in this corner right now.
Oh Jesus
Yo,
Christ!
Brent, if you ever decide to go crazy with it, just call it ice baby in the corner.
Do
If I ever go off the deep end,
like 5 G's.
Do Pornhub.
if I ever go off the
And
deep
Victoria
end,
can
man,
film it. She likes to film everything. It works out
Jesus
perfect. You're welcome.
Christ! I kind of wish that we didn't say this on the internet. That needed to be a
What,
private
ice baby?
conversation type thing.
Well, that's Jersey Drew free. Anyway,
sorry.
there's a.
No, it's okay.
will
I
tell
said
you,
it.
But I will tell you who surprises me when he rides, and it's Sponge.
That's because you never see him. He doesn't.
That's a fucking real man, right?
He's amazing. Temwed's in here. Sponsored ad.
Temwed isn't in here. Temwed blocked me.
Temwed
Lucky book, where my-
there's their sponsored ad.
The banner.
The banner. Feels good, huh? Anyways, what was I gonna say? Sponge, legitimately, with no shadow of a doubt, is the.
Are you able to show a video so they can see
Yeah,
what he
I can-
looks like?
I could.
Are you able to do that yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does it in post.
No, I could do it now, but I'd have to put it over
Oh,
you
you-
guys.
No.
What I'm trying to say though is that he is legitimately the best BMX rider that I have ever seen, regardless of seeing him in a video, seeing him in person. The best BMX rider, period.
What's so funny, Brent, is every local scene has that one guy.
But the thing about
That's
him,
what's so crazy.
but the thing about him is like, yeah, every scene has that guy, but he can legitimately do any trick that you want tell him to do. Anything. It doesn't matter.
Yes. Do you know who Andrew Carpenter is?
No.
No. Andrew Carpenter in 2000 was doing everything that I've seen Sponge do, but Sponge is a little bit younger than him. So it's every scene has one of those guys. There's a dude named Taco that lives here in New York and murders it. And I've never seen him ride, but everybody tells me every story about him. Mike Brennan, all these guys. Oh, you should have saw this dude ride. So I feel like everyone has it. And not to take away from Sponge, but everybody has that one magical dude that doesn't want to be, seen by the world, doesn't have an Instagram, doesn't even own a flip phone as though they own.
He's got a smartphone now.
Oh, that's sick, dude. Tell him to get an Instagram.
I don't know if he has one or not. I know he checks mine all the time, and like there's certain people's Instagrams that he looks at.
That's awesome.
But yeah, he like right now he could go and like if he felt the urge to, he could do a 900 on a vert ramp, guaranteed. Could do anything. I've seen him, and he do it like, and he do it like first try. It's literally like some of the stuff that X Up Nose Manual. I'm not gonna say anything, but that was like there. I'm not even gonna say anything. Just know that there's like more to the story with that trick.
I wanted him to have an Instagram so I could shout him out and post that. I want to post that so bad.
Yeah.
It's so good. And it comes to this. Usually when you have people that are that good and so talented, I guess I could take like Eddie Cleveland. Everything about him was effortless. And it just comes natural. And you have people like, you've been working and riding your ass off for so long. That's something that you had to like learn. People like, Mike Aitken and M, and those guys just naturally have it. So they don't, like they just don't care kind of thing.
Hands down, 100%. Like, literally, I used to, like, be sitting on my bike, and I would fall over, and my neighbor, who I started riding with, would make fun of me, because, like, that's how terrible my balance was. and I'm going to say right now, it's kind of weird that Drew went to the bathroom, and then Tem Wed did a super chat, and then said that they didn't block Ricky.
They like me. They didn't block me.
It's just kind of weird, the timing there.
They don't even. Oh yeah, that's. Hey man, it's like you can't even say I'm not Batman. You never seen us in the same room together.
It's kind of weird.
I told him before. I am Tim Wade.
Yeah, but
we've had that conversation about people that are just so good that it's effortless for them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely. And I feel like I'm one of those examples of people who are the opposite of that. Like,
yeah, I'm a try hard. I try hard as fuck.
Yeah, I'm just glad it got to the point where it did, where like I'm not a super klutz anymore. Yeah, I fall over doing stupid stuff now, but I left the room again, BRB. That's from Tem Wet. Never seen Drew and Tem Wet in the same room, to be honest. That is some funny stuff. But anyways, I don't know, man. Like, he had the chance to where he could have, like, basically all he had to do to be on Mutiny was make a video, because Simpson, like, really good friends with Justin Simpson, and he's in Ohio, and like, I wasn't like totally part of that whole like group, but I would say I was good friends with him too. But this was before I started filming and stuff. That he like, and if that would have happened, who knows? He just like, he doesn't really care about
but that's what I'm saying.
Out there,
The people that care like a lot about that are usually the ones that have to put a lot of effort into writing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and then the people that are just so naturally talented, they could give one fucks. And then just people like us just sit around and go, fuck, man, if I could do that. It's like there's a dude named E-Whip. You know who E-Whips is? E-Whips is the man. Was on S&M. Every time he rides his bike, everyone just gets motivated as fuck. He's so good, but he just doesn't, like, there's no care that way. He literally comes to the warehouse once a year and puts on an E-Whip session, and we're just like, holy fuck.
That's awesome.
You know who else is good? It's Craig Mass. Craig Mass. is fucking talented.
That's the guy who flared off the mini ramp off the board.
Yeah. The first bunny hop back.
Yeah. I mean, technically. Just because you used a 2x4 doesn't mean you're not bunny hopping.
He bump jumped a 2x4.
Off of a mini ramp to flare. To flat. Like, so the mini ramp's got a deck built up, you know, like 4 inches. Then there's a flat 2x4. And then he flared that to fakie. Crazy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
but
it's
he's
nuts.
one of those guys that just doesn't care, man. And there's so many people out there. You know, I get DMs all the time asking, "Hey, Ricky, how do I get sponsored? Or what should I do to get sponsored?" And, you know,
we're going to do a stream about that. We're going to do a live stream where the only topic of the conversation is how to get sponsored. And it's going to be the entire thing.
Can I be here for that? Because I mean, I'm not sponsored, but I get hooked up by nice people because I'm very friendly.
Yeah, I think it'd be really good.
Everyone thinks I'm sponsored, but I'm not. I'm nice, and people that like me help me out. Like that's how you pretty much do it these days. I mean, what was it? Who was the other guy that helped run on some shit?
Talking about
like,
Alfredo?
Tech Tuesdays.
You're talking about Alfredo.
Yeah.
Ricky's sponsor edit. Yo, I got a VCR right here. Put that through the screen.
1998, boys, and I still kept it.
That's awesome.
That's how you get sponsored. You make a sponsor me tape. You don't put any music. You make it raw, and you go out and you don't post it anywhere else, and you send it to the company via email. And then you talk about yourself, and it's a resume. That's your resume right here. That's how you do it. That's the old way.
That's when I
Or
started
you're so goddamn good, the company already knows who you are, and then they're on your nuts. That's how it works.
We're going to do a stream. We'll go very in-depth about that. There's a lot of stuff people don't know about.
I think if you're just a nice person and you actually enjoy riding and just give off that vibe without even trying to do it, then people realize, real recognizes real. In my opinion.
I feel like, unless we're in a conversation like that, though, I was thinking about this the other day. Like, when people put that in their Instagram captions for their posts and stuff, I'm like cringing because the people who put that in their Instagram captions are the not real people.
Oh, yeah.
The ones who advertise.
Only positive vibes or something.
No, the people who are like, real recognize real, and then they're all like hardcore about it and stuff. Like, no.
No, it's more of a lifestyle. You can't just throw it out there and put it there. And
you don't advertise it. It's not something that's advertised.
Yeah. It's a way of life. You do it every day without wanting something back or any recognition from it.
Ricky's over here throwing out his clout with his Freedom BMX shirt, or Freed shirt.
What, did you just go change your shirt?
Yeah.
Because I realized it was a lot brighter when you walked back in here.
Or you can get sponsored by just being annoying as fuck, and you'll get it.
Dude, I swear.
Actually, no, I take that back. I take it back because Josh Irvine still hasn't got sponsored.
Leave my boy alone.
Anyway, I love Josh Irvine. He's the best. He's going to come stay with me, and he's going to be on here soon. So
I'm excited.
If you think I'm annoying, wait till you hear that guy's voice.
Temwed said, "That's me." Brant raccoon party outside. Can you guys hear the raccoons?
Yeah, I thought I heard crickets before.
Right there. Yeah, it's a raccoon. Temwed sponsorship is the only one that matters anyway.
How do I get on Timwed?
I haven't even got stickers.
You're already on it, man. Look, right here. We're already in. Boom.
Oh, I thought they posted
right there. No.
Right there.
Feels good, huh?
You can't read it, but
it's too bright.
It's when they donate.
Timwed.
It's sponsored by Timwed.
That's what I got in the mail, and I opened it up. It's awesome. Send DM to be sponsored.
Let's see the stickers.
Wait, they have stickers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they sent.
They sent them for him.
That's awesome.
Oh God, it's so bad that you can't see it. There you go.
Weed maps. Wed maps.
And then their profile pic. This is what I love about these streams. This is just us being real and having a conversation. I love it.
Who's how many people we got on now?
18. We got to get up to 20.
Yeah.
Everybody's busy tonight, I guess.
Ask them.
Well,
ask
they
them
can't
to
be
send
that
some
busy because
questions.
Game of Thrones is over, so everyone's got to stop. You know,
Yeah,
they got to find something else to fill.
I
Fill the
guess.
time. Yo, you should just push this to start at 9 and be like tired and missing Game of Thrones. Well, come listen to Real Talk with Brad.
We can't put it at 9 because then Ricky won't be able to go to his woman's house in time.
Are you going there tonight?
I'm in love with a woman.
Ricky, what you drinking? How much money do you blow at Starbucks every week? Even though you don't drink coffee anymore.
That's a serious question. I buy it every single day. I think I spend $8. I spend $16 a day at Starbucks.
That is insane.
Ask me what else I spend my money on.
Nothing.
Cigarette.
Nothing. I save all of my money and never spend it. I only buy food and Starbucks. But if people want to be nice, they can DM me Starbucks cards like they used to. 2 years ago when I was drinking coffee, I would have hundreds of dollars in Starbucks cards because I was doing so much coffee things that people were buying me my morning coffee.
That's funny.
And that's why I had to stop because I was drinking so many. I was drinking on average 3 Trentas, 3 coffee cups this big a day.
That's insane. So Johnny, this is my podcast, Johnny. Ricky, what is the most important moment in BMX history? I don't think we know. I don't think we know what the most important moment is because I would put that moment on the transition from where people just rode bikes around to the first time somebody jumped a bike.
You want to know mine?
Yeah, sure.
The first time Matt Hoffman did the flare is where BMX changed. Or I think that was one of the biggest moments.
Yeah, somebody said Matt Hoffman when it was dead. What's yours?
Like Matt Hoffman. I feel like we owe a lot to Matt Hoffman.
We do. When I met him, I shook his hand and I told him that. I was like, thank you for everything you've done at BMX.
And you know what he said?
He looked at me.
He was probably like, I've heard that like 80 times today. Thank you.
Yeah, I met him at the FBM Vert Comp down in Powers Bike Shop down in Richmond. And I took a photo with him. Rob Delecki was nice enough to take my phone and take the photo. But like, I shook his hand and I looked him in the eye. Like, kind of might be one of those homoerotic moments because he's one of my big time life idols when I was a kid growing up.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, thank you. Like, on behalf of everyone I ride with and all of me, like myself and my life, I was like, thank you for everything you've done for this sport. He was just like, he looked at me like this. He's like, yeah, you're welcome. And I was like,
yeah.
I don't care. You're the man.
Yeah, but there was 1,000 kids there didn't even know who he was. That was the sad part.
What's funny though is like at that old school BMX reunion or not reunion show thing that Albies does that Hoffman goes to every year. I went to that one time and I was standing in there and I was just like hanging out with Dane Wild and stuff, and you could just watch people lining up to talk to Hoffman. And it was either Dane or Flip that was like, yeah, wait till later when they all get drunk and start going up to him and hanging on him like, man, you changed my life. It was so funny. I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. That definitely happens, and you would know.
I guess so. It isn't any single moment, but I just feel like when he did that flare the first time, I swear BMX changed a lot.
Probably.
But I don't think that's like the. It's really hard to narrow it down to anything.
I would the first time the marksman was done.
Yeah.
That's my favorite trick.
Okay, first, Temwed said Adam 22 is the best thing to happen to BMX. And then somebody else said Adam 22 versus Augie round 2 pay-per-view.
Yo, that would be great.
And then somebody else said Adam 22 changed BMX history, which is true. We'll come back to that.
Which is true.
And we're
For
talking
communication.
about when we were talking about Hoffman and stuff, Temwed said, I appreciate all the kind words. I remember shaking your hands. That's funny. But Adam 22 did
blow my
change it.
mind away if Pat Hoffman was Team Win.
Yeah.
I would actually be really annoying to Team Win.
It's so funny. Oh, Jesus. The raccoon party is going hard right now.
At least they're not fighting outside. That would be a lot louder.
Yeah, well, I think they like...
crickets over here.
Yeah. It's too early in the year for crickets right now. Here. Yo, I want to ask you, is there any beaches in New Jersey that are as nice as Florida beaches?
Nope.
Not a single one?
Nowhere near. Like, Wildwood is probably the nicest beach. Wildwood or Long Branch.
Uh-huh.
But it's still the Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
Nowhere near as crystal blue as Florida beaches and Florida coast.
I'm just trying...
I mean, you have a less chance of getting eaten by
You're
a
supposed.
bunch.
The answer would be if you want to hang out with Brant Moore, is it's fucking way beautiful. But of course, you're stupid. You don't realize that. So now we're not going to be able to ride with Brant because he's going to go to Florida. Yes, it's the greenest, greatest place in the fucking world. If you want to see tanned up dude with really dope hair,
Really spiked
come
up
here.
there.
So yes, anything he says, just remember that because he's going to go to Florida and hang out with those fucking Jones dudes. We don't want that.
I just don't want to lie to that. I don't want to lie to that.
How are you gonna lie to him?
Because he's asking which is better.
He's from Ohio. He doesn't even know what an ocean is or paved streets.
Paved street.
Yeah, I heard you. Luke was telling me he lived out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, Luke didn't even come to my house. Ricky did. Ricky knows it's in the middle of nowhere, but it's not in the middle of nowhere. Like, I live on a road with 2 one-lane bridges that are also turns.
What?
But it's still like, I don't know.
You could literally right now go out his front door and go frolicking in big tall grass. You could do the gladiator scene when you're walking through and you have the wheat grass flushing up against your fingertips. You could probably talk to a bear or meet Sasquatch where he lives.
No bears, but you could meet Sasquatch. That's
Every
so
time I
funny.
drove through Ohio, it was just flat and very windy.
Dude,
Tried to take my truck to transport.
Ohio is literally nothing compared to going through like Nebraska and those states for being flat.
Montana sucked.
Yeah, but Montana's so fucking big, it's annoying.
Yeah.
But it's flat and then mountains, flat mountains, flat mountains.
Nothing for like hundreds of miles.
Hell yeah, that's the way we like it, brother.
Negative 22 degrees out of nowhere.
Yep, it gets cold. What else we got in there? Questions. Hit us with questions.
I don't think you guys want to know what they're talking about in the chat right now.
Let me hear it.
I'd love to hear it.
They're talking about... I'm not doing it. Anyways.
Now I gotta.
Yeah, you can read it yourself, but I'm not going to talk about that. Somebody did say they'd rather be hanging out with the Joneses and at Florida beaches for the win.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to literally, what I'm probably going to end up doing for that is I'm going to end up looking at the weather, and whichever one has the best weather, that's where we're going to go.
Well, also remember, it's very humid down there.
Yeah, well,
Yo,
definitely.
We're coming up crisp and clean this time. We look good.
You think? It's not looking too great on my end.
Well, when you live in a welfare diet like myself, this is as good as it gets, Buzz. Is Tim Wade on there just shit talking?
No, kind of, maybe, not really.
Damn it. See, Tim Wade, god damn it. He just asked for a downside ice. I swear I know the person.
Someone
and every
said-
time I say who I think it is.
Someone said, no, bro, you look like a Super Nintendo.
Oh, they want to. You guys want to shit talk? Let's come over to the script stuff.
Oh, he's talking about Super Nintendo. You're black. There it is. Brant looks like Xbox
Oh, we
One.
want.
Wait, what is wrong with?
Oh, look at that. See, these kids don't know what's going on. Look, this is when you know your boy has no life. Still in the wrapper.
Is that gum?
No, it's sticker packs.
Okay.
19. Look at that. Still in the wrapper, baby.
It looked like gum.
Ooh, the
You got a
best
Game Boy box?
Back that new. Yep.
Wow. I got a Game Boy.
Hell yeah. Oh, and then we have all of this shit. Look, I haven't even opened it yet.
PS4.
Yeah.
Wow. Welcome to Ricky's video game collection.
Catfish thing, I think.
What one? Oh, yeah. So what's going on, boys? How's everybody doing today? I had a really, really, really special thing I was going to do for you guys, but the person that was going to do it for us got injured, so he couldn't come.
What happened?
So hopefully
Oh.
next week.
We'll make it obvious if you say what happened.
Well, I'm not going to say anything happened.
How do you have an ice machine but no ice?
You don't get fucking ice. Get away from my stuff, dude.
Someone
I
said,
just want friggin' water.
I just gave you that. That's what you
That's
get.
empty.
God, you're a fucking
I
dickhead.
like to be hydrated.
someone said trade some of those games in for some Wi-Fi, bro.
Yeah, right?
Hell no.
And also
Fuck the
some water
Wi-Fi.
to give to your guests.
I don't have guests.
Me.
This is a storage unit and a World of Warcraft palace.
Hey, you want to move out? I'll gladly take you apart.
Oh,
Don't
World
worry,
of
don't
Warcraft
worry.
Palace. Welcome to Ricky and Drew and Brant's shit show.
Let me see what's on here.
Better
Godzilla.
You're
Need to
frozen.
Trade some of them games in. Let me see. Buy some ice. Oh, I am frozen.
Yeah, you are.
This is like Inception, bro.
This is the best sitcom since Full House. Good Wi-Fi doesn't matter when you're using Windows 95. That's a good one.
The New Jersey Mob. I don't know who the New Jersey Mob is.
Keep the Nintendo and get rid of the rest. You got any of those games that are worth like 10 grand?
No, to get it, there's no. See, that's a big misconception.
What?
Yes, it is, Drew. Yes, it is.
I had a friend that's a video game nut. Nothing. You compared nothing.
I'm talking about Nintendo, and for Nintendo, and the only. Yeah, he does have Nintendo. The only fucking game that's gonna go for 10,000 is the World Track fucking game.
Nope. Try again.
Which one?
Link, one of the Zelda games.
No, it's not, dumbass.
The
Look
Gold
it up
Zelda
right now, you
game.
dumb.
The Gold Zelda game, new
I
in the
have
box.
both of those.
New in the box.
It's not even worth that. Here, look, I'm looking it up right now, you dumb fucks. All you guys are dumb.
So, what does BMX need?
What does BMX need?
Yeah,
Or bar spins.
Less completes.
less completes.
There's too many companies making too many completes, and it's a race to the bottom. They're making the cheap bikes, or they're making them cheaper by price for the customer, but they're ruining the margins for shops. So shops are going to go broke. They're buying something and they're not making enough money off of them.
Here's my phone.
Oh, that's mine.
More flare whips and jet fuel.
No more jet fuel.
That's pretty much Tim Wood that just said that one, huh?
No.
No. Gorillas.
We need affordable
We need
Mike
affordable
Laird
Mike
frames.
Yeah.
You know what's so crazy is road bikes, when they're handmade, go for $4,000 to $5,000. And I know I said this before.
Handmade, yeah. There's a guy in Worcester, where I'm from, who hand makes bikes, and his bikes are like 4 to 10 grand.
Mike Laird hand makes his bikes and they go for $450.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. That's how cheap BMX is. We're so fucking cheap. We want everything for $2, but we want the best stuff in the world.
Well, you got to remember, 2/3 of BMXers live in their parents' house. You live in your boss's parents' house.
I live in their basement.
I'll take the apartment.
Which there's a door right here, which separates. This is an apartment building, sir.
What does BMX
two-family house.
not need?
Instagram.
We're broke, boys.
Hell yeah, we are.
World
What does-
Champions is an expensive Nintendo game. World of Champions.
Yes. The gold disc. You need the gold one. And if you got it, you can't get it in a box. I don't think there's a box for that one.
You get the box.
But the World Track one, there's that one track one that's expensive as fuck too.
How do you raise the margins and frame sales? It's tough already to move them. That's the thing. BMX has already like screwed itself. Unless every single company that makes a frame agreed on the exact same price increase.
You can't do that. It's illegal.
Why?
Because it's collusion. It's just exactly like doing the
like a
doing
monopoly.
the stock market. So you're all fixing the market. You can't do it that way.
So
It's
then
illegal.
there literally,
Scooters just did that.
there's no fix then.
Scooters just did that. Scooters got in trouble for doing that. All the companies got together and they said if nobody wants to get together, they'll exclude you out of it, and then shops won't buy from you. You can't do that.
Then there's no fix for it.
Well, there is. They just got to figure out a better way of doing it and quit going to the bottom. But nobody cares. They only care about themselves.
Well, there's no way to raise the price because anyone who, like, say one company
You can raise
raises
the
it.
price for the shop. You can raise the price for the shop. That's all I'm saying. You can do it if
So
you
if
want. But they won't.
then every single company would have to do it because any company, if only one or two companies raise their prices for shops, immediately people are going to stop buying that because they can get it cheaper.
No. You get it at the same price, but you make more money. There's a middleman. This is the way it goes. There's a person that makes it.
Yep.
They sell it to the middleman.
Yep.
Middleman sells it to the consumer.
Yep.
Okay? The consumer always gets it cheaper, and then these guys sell it for more. They need to quit raising the price, so then they make less margins, and then they make the price cheaper. It always fucks the guy in the middle. Without bike shops, we do not have BMX anymore. I don't care what you say. All kids say, oh, well, I buy online. A majority of you guys are buying from bike shops that are online. And they're taking in the ass. You know what else is killing BMX? eBay and Amazon. We're paying a third party money. We're giving them money. Every time we post on there, this is the way it goes for BMX. There's a pie that's right here, right?
Yep.
It's supposed to be for the shops and the owners, and there's just a sliver in there, and that sliver's going to Amazon and eBay and Walmart every time somebody posts on that bullshit. Get your own goddamn site and post on your own bike shop. If you're on here, don't buy from eBay and Amazon. Buy from a bike shop. Go to LB's, go to The Secret, go to Oriole, go to... I don't want to say that word. I don't want to say that one. Just go to the local bike shop. Go to Tony's bike shop. Go to the bike shop. Go to the bike shop. Empire BMX. All of those ones. Support a bike shop.
Yeah.
That's the only way it goes. Skateboarders don't go online to buy that shit. They go to skate shops and buy from skate shops. That's why they're so superior over us.
That's an interesting topic of conversation.
Well, I'm just getting angry because that's what I do for a fucking living, and it's annoying, and I'm the only person that says this and speaks up because
you're
obviously I want companies to survive.
Well, dude, and there's the whole thing, and this is kind of like part of why I do this stuff on here is because everyone's so scared to talk about stuff because they don't want to get kicked out of BMX that like they just won't talk about certain things.
But you know what? Anybody that doesn't want to talk about anything about BMX, give it to me. Kick me out of BMX.
Yeah, but it's different. I'm not saying anything that I shouldn't say. I'm just saying things that people don't want to talk about. And as a sales rep, I care about every company surviving. I don't care about just me making all of the money. I don't want to make all of the money.
One thing
I
too
want us to
is that
survive.
a lot of the people just don't know about the things you're talking about. Someone said,
That's why I'm saying just buy from a bike shop. That's it.
Right.
Online or locally.
Someone said, are distribution companies making it harder? More middlemen that need to make money.
We need distros. If we didn't have distros, I wouldn't be as big as a company. We have Blackout. Blackout helps us. They're bigger. They distribute to a larger amount of people, and they help out the smaller guy. They still sell at the same. They give the same amount of margins for shops, and they just get it at a cheaper price so they can sell it to shops. It gets basically what a distro does is they pick up a bigger, wider range of people depending where they are. So if you have a distro, the distro is going to be able to sell somewhere in Italy, or if you have a distro that's in Africa, they can supply to Africa and everything. We need distros. Distros are good. Without distros, we wouldn't have Terrible One. We wouldn't have Fiend if we didn't have distros. We need things like that. What we really need is just people buying from local bike shops. And the mentality where a person goes like this, well, fuck my bike shop, dude. They never want to help me. Okay, I understand that you don't like your local bike shop, but the reason you don't think about them not liking you is this is what you did as a kid. You walked into the shop and you go, yo, can you fix my bike? And they're like, yeah, I'd love to help you. What's wrong? And then you tell them what's wrong, and they're like, yeah, $8. And you're like, I ain't fucking paying that. Let me get it for free. It doesn't work that way, man. You have to support your local shop. And if they're assholes because you don't buy anything from them. You don't go in there. If you say, hey, I want this, and even though they don't carry it, they'll buy it for you. You have to be able to get past the whole thing of, oh, they hate me. They don't hate you. They're in business. They have to make business. That's the way it goes.
Unless they're a roadie bike shop.
It doesn't even roadie. I just went into a roadie bike shop this weekend, and my two friends went in there to get their bike fixed, and they got yelled at. They're like, fuck this, I ain't going in there. I was like, let me go in there. And I went inside there, and I said, hey, guys. I said, I understand that you guys don't carry BMX, and it's really tough to work on you. I can see you got a couple people doing repairs, and you have somebody doing, somebody's trying to buy a bike right now. I was just wondering if we can use a tool real quick. We'll give you a couple bucks. Is that possible? And they're like, oh, yeah, thanks. And the whole thing is you just have to be diplomatic about it, and you have to suck it up. And remember, BMX isn't that big. So you should be happy that you can almost get some support. And I understand, I don't like or care for other things, but in order to do it, we have to show them respect. So you can't just walk into a fucking shop and think you're just going to get something because you expect it. It isn't that way, man. You have to support them so they can support you.
You're right.
Or maybe I'm fucking wrong. Maybe I'm stupid because I'm an old man and I don't get it. But this is what I do every single day for 8 hours a day. I call road bike shops all fucking day long.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. And the shops that are totally like unreasonable and all that are very much in the minority.
Right. Well, that's because they're in business, man. And they've heard it from tons of kids, and kids are unruly, and kids are assholes. I was a kid. Yeah. And I understand it. You just have to go in there and be like, look, if I want to use this person's tool, I have to give them money. You can't take your fucking BMW, walk into a BMW shop and say, hey, can I use your tools? I got to change a flat. No, you fucking can't. You can't do that. Yeah. They're going to change it. They're going to charge you because you're using their tools. Plain and simple.
Yep. Drew's in the background.
And if they won't buy your bike parts, huh?
Said Drew's in the background like, ugh.
I'm just passionate about this because I care about it.
No, you're right though.
And that's what I do.
And the whole thing of give Drew a beer, he looks like he's gonna murder Ricky.
Don't even give me water.
The whole thing about it too is also the whole thing about it is also the attitude of kids today being self-entitled.
Oh yeah. Well, guess what that comes from?
Spoiled
fucking
parents.
Man. And those parents are my age, and they're the age of coming on the cusp of having computers and having everything so quick and so fast to them that they think that they should have it at this moment, at this time.
Right now, instant gratification.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we could just go back to spanking fucking kids, the world would be way better.
Yep. And apparently,
I got beat a lot.
Apparently, it also comes from not giving your friends a drink.
See, they get it.
All I have to say is the white man's been bringing down the Native Americans for many years. I'm just trying to bring it back for my people.
You gave me casinos.
You didn't give me casinos. You gave me land that you made a mistake and didn't realize there was oil on it, and now you want it back.
Yeah, because you guys
It's
were drunk
too late.
all the time. You didn't realize.
See,
that.
at least I can admit that
You
we
could have
do
been
get drunk.
Your tribe could have been billionaires.
We are billionaires.
No, you're not.
In our eyes, we're
Yeah,
billionaires.
because you're so drunk you can count the $100 bill every time.
$20
Like, oh, look,
is
I found
drunk
another
to
one.
us.
I found
We're
another
drunk.
one.
We're drunk on that. We're drunk on that, Drew. That's the way it goes. Anyway, any questions in there?
You gotta ask for questions. I just took my face out of that argument just now. I made it just you guys. Tem Weds just did a $2 super chat and said, Give Drew a beer." Go Tem
Sponsored
Weds.
me already, my boy.
Yep.
Sponsor my alcohol.
There's your beer, Drew. You get a fucking water.
This water tastes like shit, by the way. You gotta get some filtered
This
water.
beer tastes like water.
Shitty beer.
That was good.
Here's a bib.
This is too freaking funny. Billionaire, but looking like 8-bit on this Wi-Fi.
He's cheap with some stuff.
And Temwed said, "How do I get a refund on my super chat?"
It's spent, motherfucker. It's spent.
Yeah, buy a filter for your water.
Ooh, we got a really good question here. Best bike part
hear it.
ever made. Best bike part ever made. Okay, so we need to separate this.
Pivotal speed post.
We got to separate this.
Yeah,
We've got to separate the question here. It's a single part from a company, like not a category like frames, or like not like a pivotal seat. No, okay, so you got the first one. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying.
The first one from
designed
McNeil?
For a pivotal seat post.
The first one from McNeil,
Yeah.
then? Okay.
Pivotal seat post is a pretty fucking. And then the fact that Standard in 1995 came out with the 1-1/8 headset.
Yeah.
That changed too.
Yeah.
integrated. That's
Yeah, integrated. That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
And from threadless
Yep.
headsets.
No, I'm not talking about the bearing press.
Holy Jesus.
No, that's what I said.
Holy Jesus.
What?
Ryan Spruce just did
What?
$15 and said support local drunks.
Jack Daniels.
Holy
Jack
crap.
Daniels. Thank you. But I wish this was a beer. I'd salute you.
I know what Ryan Spruce's tag handle looks like too. He's the man. Thanks for always
Yeah.
going on my YouTube
Seriously.
and doing everything you do, buddy. Appreciate
Seriously. Thank you. Okay, so I didn't give my input yet on this one. The best BMX part ever made is the keyboard by Ryan Spruce and his mouse that just allowed him to do that. We got that
it.
Slim
Ryan
Jim
did
money
$20
now.
last week.
Yeah, he did a
$20
lot. Dang it, I need to give my input here. What do I even say? 5130 Kamali from that live stream. I need to not give a joke though. I don't know. Because I've not been in BMX long enough to say. I mean, okay.
Think about a part that changed for you.
Odyssey
that made it more
R32
better.
forks.
There you go. That's a good one. Those are still better than everybody else's.
Yeah, they are. That's my answer. You guys are frozen. Comes
I
in
know.
with the $15 super chat and we're frozen. Ricky looks like he's kissing
my filmer called me Scotty HD.
Oh,
Tim
okay.
Wade knows Scotty HD.
Tem Wed said sealed bearings. That's a big deal too.
Yeah.
I support Ricky by buying a Battleship cranks directly from Merit. Good man.
I don't have anything to drink right now, and I'd salute you because that goes to me.
Godzilla.
You have stuff in the fridge.
Are they
Yes, I already
using?
gave you one.
Are
That's
they
for
using
me.
dial-up?
Kids nowadays have no idea how irritating that sound was when we were growing
Dude.
up. House phone line.
I wasn't rich enough to have that, so that's nice.
Here we go.
I had
the
it.
White man taking all the internet back in the day.
I didn't even know what
He
internet
was,
was.
the white man kept us down.
I didn't
and
say
took
white
the money.
man. I didn't say
They
white
didn't
man.
give us the internet.
I
They
didn't say
gave
white
us
man.
TP.
I didn't say white man.
And cigarettes and land.
I didn't say that. You're putting words in my mouth.
You
Also,
guys. You guys are hilarious. I
It's
feel
either
like
you realize that we're best friends, or you think that we want to kill each other.
I'm
So
involved.
anyway,
You're gonna do that.
oh, I dropped it.
Cancels connection when a phone call comes in. That's true. Ooh, still waiting on my wholesale Merit cross-check grips made of a soft but durable Krylon rubber, a Charlie Crumlish signature. Send me the grips, Ricky.
We haven't. I think we've only made the prototypes. We haven't done Charlie's that way because Charlie doesn't like the super soft compound.
You
So
know
that's
that
what
just
I wanted.
came from Tem Wed, right?
I know it did.
Okay. 36
He's not
spoke
stupid.
rims.
Yeah, that was gonna be my answer.
36.
Because I used to ride the Alex Triple Wall 48 rims.
Who's the first
Holy
person to
crap,
do
those
36?
things. Odyssey hazard rims, I think.
Wow.
Hazard lights.
We have a
I could be completely wrong, but that's
That-
the first one.
we have a 24.
24 what? Wheel?
We have a 24 spoke wheel.
For
Yeah.
what?
Merritt, Sean, the owner, made a 24 spoke one.
Interesting.
Ran it for a year. And it's strong as shit.
Yeah. Godzilla, we already said
So
that.
it's more than hot.
Interesting. So if you guys were around when 36 hole rims became a thing, how long did it take from the first one to come out before they were everywhere and every company was making one?
While.
A while?
Like, I'd say at least 6. I'd say like 6 months to a year.
Well,
I mean, like I said, I could be completely wrong.
also
about
that's like
Odyssey.
sounds like the manufacturer cycle. That's how long it takes just to make stuff, I think.
It's 3 months.
Oh, well, probably back then it was longer.
Yeah. We didn't have smartphones.
Yeah.
Why? You just call them. It's the same thing.
They didn't have rapid
Yeah.
prototyping back then either.
We didn't have.
Yeah, but you have people that go overseas to overlook it to get it done quicker. So
Yeah.
that
It
works
takes a
that way.
while to travel over there.
Eastern Grim Reaper, the strongest frame ever.
Get out.
No, but for real though, my
Yeah,
buddy
right.
Brian brags that his Grim Reaper frame that he had that someone else rode before him and someone else rode after him was the only frame that he didn't make or break.
I broke 6 in 1 year. That's my most.
Never rode one. Didn't trust them.
Animal wedge seat post. My girlfriend's bike has that seat post on it.
That's almost like the wedge on the stems. I don't know.
It's
if
the
that
same thing.
really does it.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Um,
I like the geometry of bikes nowadays. The 12.75 back
Ooh,
end. Not 12.
that's a
12.75
good one.
back ends.
Modern geometry developments. That's important.
I've noticed tubing's getting a little bit crazy too, with we the people taking different chances. You know,
Maybe even look
you look at cast. Is it cast tubing or something they're doing nowadays?
Are you talking
Where
about
they put
the?
it inside?
Yeah, it's not forged. It's cast.
It's cast. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's pretty impressive. I mean, you know, with the new bars made by Eclot, where they have the 1 inch at the bottom
Yeah.
to try to. I mean, that's cool, but then now it means people are going to have to buy a new stem, buy
Yeah.
a new fork, and buy new bars. So that's the tough part, is when somebody tries to come out with something impressive. It's almost like, remember the Cobra tube? Like, how great of an idea would it have been to change your tube
Yeah,
from
the fly tubes.
the fly tube,
Where it had
Oh,
the-
yeah.
the,
and you didn't have to. Yeah. But the hard part about it was that tube was like $15.
Yep.
No
Oh,
kid wants to buy a tube for $15.
Right.
He's like, well, fuck that.
right.
You know what I mean? The other invention that I liked was it tall order or whatever? Their seat post had a 6mm at the bottom of it.
Oh,
That
with
was pretty cool.
the 15 or 17 in the post too.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool idea. But it, you know, I wish they could make brakes better. Like, that's the thing that I wish.
Well,
I
you
wish
know,
you could just barely tap a brake.
The reason why they're not better is because they're not popular right now. The second brakes become popular, every single company is going to make them, and then they're going to innovate them in the process because of the competition.
I want a hydraulic lever.
Hydraulic stuff is possible on BMX, but the problem with it so far is how big the discs are, and you just destroy it.
Is there a possible way of making a hydraulic just lever? Like,
Yeah, they
figure
have.
out a
Well,
way
they
to
already
make it-
have. They have hydraulic pinch like normal brakes that exist, but the problem is, I talked about this with Zach Taylor, the guy who did Alienation at Interbike. The problem they run into in like with BMX stuff is that they're so strong that they push through the rim. Yeah.
Oh, well, then the merit rim would be totally fine.
It's just the nature of aluminum and hydraulic stuff. That's why they use a steel rotor.
Right.
It would be awesome. I would love to have hydraulic brakes on my bike, but I would destroy, unless they could come up with a smaller disc design or something like that. It just wouldn't work really for everybody. It could work for a lot of people.
Well, what about how mountain biking and road biking's got that new Wi-Fi technology? The
shifting.
The shifting, where they do the shifting by just clicking the
I've
button
only
and
heard of
works.
it. I've never seen it yet. I've only heard about it.
I don't know how the system works or anything, but it would be really rad if we could do that and get rid of the fucking cables. Can you imagine having brakes without cables?
Wi-Fi BMX brakes. Well, you wouldn't have them because your Wi-Fi just wouldn't
have
work. No, your Wi-Fi if this is how your internet works, how would your Wi-Fi brakes work?
All my internet is into my World of Warcraft account. That's all I care about. All right, this shit could be fucking grainy as fuck. I don't care about this.
I'm just messing
about
with
World of
you.
Warcraft.
Jesus. It's not a dick, Ricky. Don't take it so hard.
Thank you.
Oh, they're going off in the comments about how mountain bike brakes are so much better.
Well, yeah, and
They just are.
because they. But listen, look at this. A kid will not go to a bike shop because it ain't a kid buying it; it's a parent buying it. Nobody wants a complete bike that's more than $400.
Right.
So if you get a pro model BMX bike, they won't put that stuff on there. When you start getting into the hydraulic brakes on a mountain bike, it's more than $1,200 for
Oh,
a good
yeah.
brake set.
Well, dirt jumpers are
And
just
that's
already more
average
expensive.
Right, and they're willing to buy it because it's for adults, and adults are the ones buying it. Adults
Yeah.
don't want to buy their kid a bike like that. That's why we don't have great
Well,
bikes.
and when you think about it too, a dirt jumper and a BMX bike really aren't different component-wise. Like, other than the hydraulic brakes, most of the stuff on a dirt jumper is the same as a BMX bike, just a different shape.
Right, but you're forgetting about shocks. You're forgetting about
Shocks. Okay, shocks and brakes. But shocks are like,
yeah, and you're forgetting about a dropper seat post too. They got drop seat posts.
what does
too.
that mean?
So when you're going downhill, so you can go quicker, you drop the seat post. You push a button and it drops the seat.
Not
So
dirt
so you
jumpers don't have that.
Look, yes they do.
Some
do.
That might be.
So
actually
you could
road bikes.
go from Montana Ricky down to Eddie Cleveland in a push of a button.
Yeah, well, suspension.
Do you know how happy Ryan Nyquist would be stoked as fuck if he could go double Ryan Nyquist?
They're saying that they don't have dropper seat posts on dirt jumpers, but the fork is definitely the most expensive thing that's different.
Oh, downhill has the drop seat post, right?
Yeah,
Downhill mountain bikes? Okay,
something.
never mind. Sorry. My
Either
bad.
way, it doesn't matter. It's the forks are like $500 to $700.
One of my friends that probably should.
What's that?
The forks are like $500 to $1,000.
Yeah, the forks could be super expensive. So wheels.
But the thing is, too, Verde has a complete dirt jumper that's $600. I'm just like putting stuff out there. One thing that's interesting when you brought up completes, no parent wants to spend more than $400. The literal cheapest, best complete that you can buy is the Kink Whip, and it's over $400. It's like $420.
Right. But they're all buying curbs.
Yeah, because they don't want to spend that much. I'm just saying, like, to get a legitimate and longer lasting complete, you have to buy at the lowest end a Kink Whip, because that's the cheapest bike that you can get with full chromoly everything, sealed rims or hubs, and double wall rims.
Right. And do you get pegs with it too?
I don't know. If you do, that's insane, because that's already like way cheaper than the next level up, or the next bike that has all of that stuff from any other company.
Like I think the best complete bike that you can get, I think it's $1,000, and it's those Haro Legacies.
Or the Sunday Soundwave complete, and it's also
Right. But
1,000.
those Legacies, and those are geared towards adults
Yeah.
because it's guys that grew up during those times.
Yep.
And those are $1,100 to $1,200 for the Dennis McCoy.
Yep. I had a conversation with Hollywood about those, how the bottom is going to fall out on that as soon as all of the people who are young enough to not know who Nike or Mira was and all of that stuff are old enough, and the people who are like buying them now are too old to like care. The value of them is just going to disappear.
Well, that's how do you think bike shop owners are going to end up being? How many younger kids right now want to come out and start a bike shop? No kids thinking about that. They'd rather go and start something like, a SoundCloud or something like that. Or, how many kids are out there trying to start a bike shop?
Yeah. I don't know, actually. No, that dude who I was hanging out with at Interbike, that young kid Nick from Flat Tire or whatever, he has a bike shop, and he's like my age. He's probably
That's
like
good. But I mean,
one of the few.
How many is there? That's what I'm saying. There isn't that many. But
Yeah.
in all honesty, I think there's less than 10 all BMX shops that are left in the United States anyway.
Yeah.
That carry just BMX, not 22 inches, not 26, not 24, not SE bikes, not scooters, not unicycles, not skates.
We went
just
over
BMX.
this one. There's not very many. Was it?
Yeah, I know. And there's not that many left.
Powers?
And it's sad. No, Powers sells. He does racing. So Powers is probably one of the last few all racing too. So I could say Powers, Pedal Action, Empire,
Mudslingers.
Rads. Yeah, you're right. Mudslingers. Let's Roast, but Let's Roast now sells. Let's Roast isn't. Seattle BMX or Seattle Bikes. Oriole. No, Oriole sells.
Source.
Stack
Someone
BMX.
said Source.
Well, they are opening up a shop in Louisiana. So
Dan's, Albie's, Empire, Ace.
What about Scotty Kramer's parent shop?
no.
No, they have everything, and that's Scotty's shop. Whatever.
Seattle. Did I say Pedal Action? Oh, Pusher BMX.
Somebody said, I'm 42 Amazon. I'm 42 years old, just coming back to BMX, and went with the Verde Spectrum 22, and I love it. Need more 22s.
It's hard. It's
I
a really
wouldn't
small
say-
market, and it costs a lot.
Well, I wouldn't say they need more 22s. I would say there needs to be more variation in the 22s that are out there. Because, like, there's not a ton of variation in them.
Well, it just costs a lot for tire molds, and it costs a lot to make that, and it's only a selected few that want 22s.
Yeah.
There's a sliver of 22 guys, and they're all, in that, but there isn't anybody that's younger that, like, there isn't a big crowd that wants it.
Yeah.
I can't put an age on it, because realistically, when people ask for it, they're always in their 30s.
Yeah,
usually. And they're
usually.
always 6'5".
Right. Yeah, you're totally right. There's more of them than there was, that's for sure. And like
No, and Brian Foster has a complete 22 now.
yeah, and
For
Alienation is dropping the Vandal rim, the one I ride in the back, in a 22-inch version. So that's cool.
Yeah, it's just a tough market. It's a niche market.
Right.
It's just like Flatland. There's only one. Did you know there's a bike shop that's just Flatland?
How do they do it?
He is so supportive of Flatland that he bought and helped pay for the mold for the Flatland frame from Haro.
Wow. So he just got
gave
money?
No, he just supports it, man.
Oh.
He wants to be a part of it. He's the guy that does all the contests and everything. He's a great guy. His name's Pat. It's called Flatland Fuel.
Oh, I know
If you're
that.
into Flatland stuff, and he's fucking amazing, dude. Without him, man, Flatland would be deader.
Deader.
Flatland needs to get more love, dude.
It will.
Bert.
Yeah. Let's see. I got a good one in here. What top tube length are you supposed to ride depending on your height or the feel of it? That's a good one because obviously it's preference, but there is like shorter guys would be more comfortable on a 20.5, where when you get to like 6 foot, 21 is decent.
21 and a quarter. Doyle runs 21 and a half.
Yeah, once you get above 6 foot, above 21 inches is where it is.
Yeah, I'm like 5'10", 5'11", and I ride at 21.
I ride 21 as well.
But I hate to say this, but I have to be out. I got to work early.
Well, dude, it's been like 2 hours, so thanks for hanging out.
Been a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Love you, man.
I'll call you.
Anyway, and then there was another thing in here. Because I feel like
remember frames were 20 inch at one time.
Right. Well, in Hamilton, he rides a 19 something on his frame. Trevor,
Flatlanders run 18.75.
Trevor's riding a 19.5 because he rides Flatland too. But Hamilton is different because he doesn't ride Flatland.
Yeah, but Hamilton's like 4'2".
He's not that short.
He's short.
He's not much shorter than me though. He just knows what he likes. Anyways, though, what do you think about BMX companies selling mountain bikes? Like mountain bike. They put MTB bikes.
Yeah.
Like Haro Volume and GT. I think any company should do whatever they need to like that to keep it going and appeal to as many people as possible.
I say get as much mountain bike money as you fucking can, because those guys are nothing but corporate mongrels. Get into that market, take what you can to get it.
Oh,
because those
dude.
guys, all they do is break into shops and charge. Oh, mountain bike companies are the worst.
I've also heard stories about how mountain bike guys are like pretty, I don't even know the word to describe it, but I've heard stories about how they'll go into bike shops when the new whatever comes out. They'll drop however much money, $2,000 on whatever it costs, and then leave their old one that's only a year old at the shop because they just don't want it anymore. That's how like those guys are.
Possible. It's a money grab, and it also gets shop stuck because when you order mountain bike stuff, you have to guarantee 75% of your showroom floor. So if you're doing Giant, Specialized, Cannondale, North, you know what I mean? I can't even think of the names right off the top of my head. Yeti. You do all these companies, they expect you to have 75% of their showroom floor. That doesn't give you any room for any other companies.
Yeah.
Jameis, you can go on and on and on. Santa Cruz, we can talk about these guys. BMX, all we want to do is get a couple bike parts and a couple bikes in your shop. We're not
Yep.
trying to take the world. And it's these stupid people that have 360-day terms on something and they get buried because a mountain bike shop, they don't care. They only care about numbers, man. And they'll break a shop and then they'll open a concept store. They'll buy your store out once they break you and turn it into a concept store because no matter what, they're going to own it. And it's sad. It just sucks, man. And then that's why it's so hard for BMX companies to get anywhere because a mountain bike shop, you know, when somebody has mountain bikes are the only things that sell in it anyway, all right? Let's be honest. But I wish they didn't just bury bike shops.
Yeah.
People get buried into those, man.
Huh. I never knew that.
And sales reps don't care. All the sales reps care about is numbers. That's why I get so angry because if I call a bike shop and they hear, oh, hi, my name's Montana Ricky, I'm calling you about Merit BMX, all they hear is the word BMX. So any other BMX sales rep that's done anything that's bugged them or bothered them, they think we're all the same. And what happens is a mountain bike sales rep could come in there and he gets them to get stuck $60,000. And then they got a little monkey on their shoulder and they're upset because they couldn't sell that product. So anybody that sells BMX isn't going to get a chance because this one guy made one mistake and then he doesn't give a shit because all he wants to keep doing is getting his stuff on their floor. And it's just an endless cycle of guys that have never worked in a bike shop, never owned a bike shop, have no clue how a bike shop works. All they do is just get people to buy shit and they don't even ride bikes. If you're a fucking sales rep and you don't ride bikes, get the fuck out of here. You can't go and sell heart machines if you don't know anything about hearts.
Yeah.
Like, that's the saddest part about, like, if you're a sales rep, you should know and believe in the products that you sell.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to fucking do that. And so many sales reps, they're fucking bowlers. They're doing shit that isn't even BMX or mountain biking or road biking. Like, you can't be a sales rep if you don't do that shit.
Yeah.
Or understand it, or have any history. And then I know I'm getting heated over here, but this is the shit I have to put up with all the time.
Well, this is the corporate stuff that BMX riders should be hating on. Like, you shouldn't be hating on some, like, okay, I don't even want to say that example. You shouldn't be hating on certain people for working with certain companies and making money from it whenever there's stuff like that going on, keeping BMX from being in bike shops. And it's real corporate BS.
Right. If you want to help BMX, just buy BMX from a bike shop. That's it. We will be way bigger if you don't buy from eBay and Amazon.
Yeah.
Now, I can't control the bike shops that buy from me and they put it on eBay and Amazon. All I can do is I tell them, hey, look, you can do drop ship. I'm willing to help you with that. Don't put it online that way. Put it online on your own shop.
Yeah.
So then you can make more money because they have to pay fees.
Right. Yeah.
You know
Amazon and
fees
eBay.
eBay and Amazon?
eBay fees are ridiculous. And then you've got
and you have to pay shipping. Do you know how much fucking shipping is?
There's
Holy
that.
Shit.
And then there's also however you're most likely you're going to get PayPal. PayPal fees are even crazier. Yeah, it's all whatever. Bad for life.
Well,
I come to watch.
If you're not in it, you're not going to know about it.
Yeah.
What's that?
I come to watch Ricky drink whiskey and yell at us. And that's the whole thing.
I'm
is
sorry
like,
if I seem like I'm yelling.
no, you kind of have to say this kind of stuff because a lot of people they aren't involved because they're not in the industry, so they just don't know.
Nobody says it.
And
Nobody says it.
Nobody wants to say this stuff because they're like, I don't know if they're scared or if they just don't want to talk about it and don't want to get involved with it, but it's stuff that needs to be said so people know.
They don't care. That's the fucking problem. And then when I talk to shops and they say to me, Ricky, I'm so glad that you understand. I don't understand. I worked at a shop and I was partial owner of a shop. I know what it's like to be stuck. I know what it's like to be taken advantage of. I know what it's like to hear somebody call me and tell me, oh, this is the greatest product on the market, man. You have to have this. This is going out the door. That shit is so fucking fake and so bad, and it's not good, man.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to do anything from BMX, buy from a bike shop or buy direct from the company. There's nothing wrong with that because guess what? when you're buying direct from the company, you're paying the same price you would from a bike shop.
Yep.
But think about this.
All of the money,
If you
no
live-
distributor. So all of the extra money goes to the company.
Yes, but if you live in Seattle and you want to buy Merit parts, you can go to Seattle BMX and buy from them. They're the closest. That's the fastest you're going to get it. Always look for the closest bike shop and buy from the closest place so you get it the fastest.
Yep.
Everybody's prices are about the same. The only thing that changes is the shipping. Shipping costs are always going to cost you, man.
Yeah.
It's no matter what.
Yep.
That's how you help BMX. Buy from a bike shop, period. And BMX will be way better.
We got to do a stream about that too. Just that.
Oh, and another thing, merchandise from shops or merchandise from bike companies. Start buying t-shirts. Start buying pants. Start buying fucking hats. Support those companies. It doesn't matter. If you like the company, buy some stuff from them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know how many kids I see wearing a Thrasher shirt? Why the fuck are you wearing that shit? That has nothing to do with you. Why are you...
Yeah.
Nobody... You know, when I was younger, if you didn't have the new standard jacket, you were fucking stupid. Everybody had to buy that rain jacket. You had to have the Cobra jacket. Then you had to get the shovel from fucking S&M. And then you had to get the UGP shirts. And then you had to get the... what was after UGP? S&M standard shirts. Who else ended up having stuff that you wanted to get? Play was the best, man. When Lee Ramsdale owned Play, I bought one every shirt every single time.
Yeah. Hashtag the internet won't fix your bike. Yeah.
It won't.
Right.
You still have to take your bike to get fixed to the local bike shop.
Dude, I can just remember back whenever I was a kid and Dan's Comp was like the thing, I would get the Dan's Comp catalog and just go through and circle shirts, the ones that I wanted. He's just disappearing. He's going to show you guys something. Here it comes. The anticipation is real. What will he show us? Montana Ricky. Dun 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 dun. Mid talk walks off. Brantmore shirts.
I just I know I get really heated on things, and I seem like I'm a salty bastard. But
not
the one
right
thing
now.
is I try to be as honest as possible.
The right now in this whole entire conversation, like since Drew left, is it doesn't seem salty whatsoever. You're just telling the truth. This has nothing to do with opinions.
No, and when I'm around Drew and I do all those things, I like to have fun, man. I love to be. I can be salty, and that's just kind of my opinion. I feel certain ways about things. I'll be very honest with you. I am fucking jealous of kids nowadays. I wish I could do this. I wish I could grab my phone and go, oh, I like standard bikes. Let me DM the owner right now and tell him how fucking cool it is.
Right.
And then I DM Rick Molinterno and I tell him, yo, sponsor me, son. That's it. Like, I wish I had that capability. I didn't have that as a kid, man. I wish I could watch other bike riders fucking kill it. I wish I could call my friends and be like, yo, dude, you want to go ride? Instead, I had to ride my bike over to their house and hope to God they were home. And then when I got to their house, their parents are like, oh, he already left to the trails. Then I have to ride my bike all the way over to the other side of the town. And then I get to the trails, and guess what? Eddie Cleveland isn't there. He's at the First National Bank riding fucking the curb ledge. So I can ride my bike all the way to the other side of town. I get there, and then the security guard's like, yo, your fucking friends just left. We kicked him out. I was like, yo, where'd they go? They're like, oh, Walmart. Oh, fuck, I got to go another 20 minutes. So I pedal all the way over there, and then I get to the trails at Walmart, and they're like, oh, Eddie just left. He went to the Burlington trails. Fuck, now I got to pedal all the way over there. Meanwhile, these kids get to grab a phone, and they send a fucking text. Oh, they get to FaceTime, and they get to do all that. I'm so jealous. I'm jealous of everything. I'm jealous of how good the kids are nowadays. They are so goddamn good. It's ridiculous.
Don't be jealous of it. Live it with them. But Temwed says, I can tell Ricky how much I love him, and he'll actually see it. Life is crazy.
What do you mean? Like, I pay attention to things?
Just I don't know. It was Tim Wed. It was just being funny.
No, but Tim Witt always DMs me, and I answer every DM
Yeah.
that he sends me, and I try to be as nice as possible. And I've never done anything disrespectful. Like Tim Witt, you can go on there and be very honest. And when you ask me to do things, I'm very 100% honest.
Yeah. I have a really funny story that has to do with what you're talking about. So
Go ahead.
I'm gonna find it in my DMs here because it was pretty recent. So I posted something, and a certain legendary pro. Actually, I don't know if he would care that I said this. Jim C responded to it and gave me an idea for a trick. So I did it, and then and I told him that stuff like this is why I love social media, because 20 years ago it just wasn't possible to do that. Like, have him give me an idea for a trick and then I go and do it the next day. And his response was saying how he agreed with me, and he said, when I was 17, I called Mark Eaton after finding his address and calling information. I thought that was sick.
Yeah, man.
Brody.
I don't know. I just
What?
you know what I mean? I love BMX. Obviously, that's why we do this every Sunday. And that's why we do the rider spotlight, and me and you talk about BMX. I'm pretty sure I'm going to call you when I get done with this conversation.
Yeah, and literally, and this is why I spend my days, even though I have 2 jobs, putting every free second of my time into this YouTube channel, so that eventually I can freaking just go wherever and do this for real, and like just do it, live it, go, like instead of
everybody gets a break. Everybody gets a break. Austin Augie's break was he won the street series, and then everyone got to know who he was, and then he started vlogging, and he did whatever not, right?
Yeah.
Billy Perry got bigger when he went into a water park and did something. Everybody gets one break from something crazy that happened. Adam 22 did a sex tape. Woo! We're bigger now.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Well,
you know what I mean? You'll get your break, man.
I'm just
You put
over
your time
here
in.
living BMX every single day, all day long, waiting for it.
You know, it's pretty sad when your boss says, Ricky, the reason I don't talk to you as much when we're out of work is because all you do is talk about BMX. Mike Brennan says that to me.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't like talking to you because all you want to do is talk about BMX.
Mm-hmm. That's
The
it, man.
owner of a bike company.
That's it.
All right, guys. It's been 2 hours and something. This is our longest one.
Yeah, we gotta jump off here. I gotta edit a video.
I got to jam because I have an hour drive, basically. How many people are on here?
20.
All 20 of you guys. I love every single one of you guys. Do me a favor. When you guys get a chance, comment in there and give us some suggestions on topics you want to talk about.
Do this after the fact as a comment on the video, not right now, because we won't see it in the chat later on.
Oh, not in the chat, on the video, or wherever you want, or DM us. But the reason I'm saying this is I know the last 2 have been unorthodox and have been just freestyling, which we're supposed to have guests here, and the problem is BMXers have a hard time with Skype. So we're going to get more guests. I had an idea for today, but the person that was going to do this idea got hurt. So I'm going to have him do it next week, or I'm going to get the other 2 guests that want to be on here. So we're trying to figure that out. Thanks, everybody that super chatted. We really appreciate that. Well, Brett Moore appreciates it. I'm just on here. We appreciate everything you guys do. Leave us that, and we'll come up with the topic, and then we'll try to stay on track and talk about that topic for however long we can. But
the whole idea is that it's freestyle.
We're just enjoying ourselves. And people that have been with us for the last month, CK, Dan,
Ryan
Tim Wade, you've
Spruce.
been on a few already now. Ryan Spruce, and I'm sorry if there's other people that are on there. You guys just stay kind of quiet, like Kurt Rowell.
Jacob.
That's what I'm saying. Jacob's always on here. Jacob, you're the fucking man, dude. We're going to ride here soon when you come back here. just all you guys supporting us like this, we really appreciate it. We know we're not huge. We're not Chris Doyle and we're not Dennis Anderson. But at the same time, our format's way different. Because I know I've said fuck way more times than Dennis has ever said that in his life in the 1 hour we've been hanging out. So you know what I mean? We're trying to do something that's unorthodox, but more personable. Because we bring the chat live into this. We're the only people that are doing something like this live.
Yep, and talking
Period.
to the chat while it's
happening. We're not the biggest names in BMX. You know what I mean? We're not the biggest names in BMX.
Yep.
We're not the best riders in BMX, but we are exactly like you guys. We love BMX. And we want to give you guys our insight and what we think. We're not better than anybody. It's just something we're passionate about. So if you guys could leave some comments on the actual video itself, not in the comments, and give us some topics. And no matter what they are, we'll try to discuss them. Now, I know Ken Wed likes to be a smartass and put something fucked in there. Don't put something that's like stupid or hate. Like, I don't have enough time to shit talk. I don't mind, you know, like when I was saying with Matt Ray wearing gloves and that's fine shit talk. But I mean, I don't want to do anything that's against BMX in a sense of talking shit on bike companies. Like, I don't have enough time in my day to talk about Mafia. I don't care.
Right.
To be honest with you, I was sponsored by the guy that owns Mafia. I was on Amity Bikes. I was sponsored by Amity, who owns Mafia. I remember when he got it into Walmart. I just don't have enough time, and I don't care about that like part. I like talking shit sometimes in a sense where it's good, but I don't want to do anything that does that. Other than that, it's free. It's free balls, free whatever you guys want to do. We're willing to talk about it. Mine's a little different because I work for a company, so my face is part of something. But I'll give you my honest opinion as best as I can. And thank you guys so much for everything. And if there's even 20 still on here,
Yeah.
thank you guys for everything. Brent's got to figure out something to put on the green screen in the back, or figure out how we can talk about videos and pull those up. That'd be fucking sick.
Well, the thing about that is just copyright. Like, anytime I play a props video, it gets copyright. And whenever that happens, or like any come up video, anything like that, it gets copyrighted. And you know what they do whenever they like copyright that? Even though it is fair use because we're responding to it, they take 100% of the ad revenue from the entire video, even if you only play 15 seconds of their stuff.
Okay, anyway. Well, you can do pictures, can't you?
Yeah, pictures are cool.
Okay, cool. Anyway, we'll try to get better with these. This is just, I don't know how I jumped on this. I guess I turned on the car radio and I heard Brent talk about me, and then it just turned into me being a part of this.
You called while I was doing
somehow,
one of these.
Well, that's because I heard my name, fucker.
Yeah, well, anyway, I'm just saying, you called and then
thanks everybody for being a part of this. I gotta jam because it's really late.
Yep.
On the East Coast. And so
thanks for hanging out, Ricky.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Marijuana.
Oh, Jesus. Get out of here with that. All right, everybody. Boom. There it was. Get out of here, Steam. Thank you guys for all hanging out. Seriously, all of the support. We're going to keep doing it, and maybe we'll do it live with Ricky in New Jersey. Probably better than No Jumper. Whatever. You're making me blush. And to everyone who donated tonight, seriously, thank you. Maybe consider Patreon, because YouTube takes half of Super Chats, and Patreon is like a tiny fraction. But I'm not going to get super into that. You can find that stuff in the description. I don't like talking about it. Just figured you might want to know. And with that being said, we're going to end it. Thanks for hanging out, everybody, and good night.